गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. So, what do we talk about today? Yeah, the thought from yesterday is coming, and that is two ways to look at our experience of life. Because while living life, we have to come to know the truth that we essentially are. Who is seeking? The subject is seeking. What is he seeking? Himself, the truth, who is essentially the truth. But the question here is, if he is already the truth, why is he not realizing it? And that is because he is objectively pursuing the truth. Objectively means he is taking some support of object, body, mind, thoughts, ideas, concepts, imagination, inference. He is thinking and seeking the truth that he is. But truth is independent of thought, yet supporting all the thoughts. That disposition, what would it be like? That we must come to that disposition. And as long as we keep searching the truth objectively, till then we will only get frustrated. All we can go maximum in that process is samadhi, meditation. We have to get out of meditation. See? It must not be an addiction. It is not a drill that every morning you have to sit in meditation, that every evening you have to sit in meditation, or 7-8 hours in a day you have to sit in meditation. It's not a drill. It's a natural pull from within. Just like there's a natural pull of the mind to go to sleep. It's a natural pull of the mind towards food when the hunger comes. Similarly, when you are living a contented life, meditation must happen. It must not be sought after. Yes, initially we were seeking meditation, we were practicing meditation, but now move to the next level and remain in a disposition, because next frontier is that whether you are with closed eyes or you are moving around with open eyes, you are in meditation. Is that happening? if that is not happening, somewhere we are going wrong in our approach. And that is where the obsession with samadhi to transform into sahaja samadhi, the Vedanta comes to our help to make us subjective. And what we saw yesterday was, take an example and then we'll just sit after that. Whatever we are experiencing the world as forms and names. What was there before the name and form of an ornament? Gold. What will be there after the name and form is melted? Because the moment form is melted, name also goes away from your mind. Then what remains? Gold. So gold is the constant denominator on which the ornaments are imaginary. They come and they go. But more importantly, before the ornament gold was, after the ornament gold is. So while ornament is expressing itself, is there no gold? There is gold. But we are obsessed with objectivity. We are obsessed with usefulness. We are obsessed with utilization. How can this gold, how can I use it? Your attention is not on the infinitude of the gold. That same way the water example, before was water, after was water, in between also is water. But we are focused on wave. Now take second example. The form, was it before? Was the ornament before? No. Is the ornament going to be afterwards? No. Then that which is not before and not after, how can it exist in the middle? Now apply this to yourself. You are considering yourself to be the body, the form, the thoughts, the form. You are experiencing the world, the form, the waking dream, both are forms only, imaginations. But we take it real. So, was it before? No. Before waking, what was there? Nothing. After waking, what is there? Nothing. At a worldly level, just waking dream and deep sleep level we are taking. So that before also nothing, after also nothing, in between this fellow is this waking with all the forms and varieties is expressing. How can it be there? So rather than going to nothing, we say that no, before also I was, after also the self is, before also the self is, so in between also the self is. Non-recognition of that self as the self has allowed the bifurcation of the subject and object, has allowed the sprouting of duality, non-recognition of our essential nature has allowed the sprouting of duality. And what is that duality? Subject and object. Now inquire, objects are changing, has subject changed? Subject is ever the same. Now is subject the body? Is subject the breath? Is subject the thoughts? Is subject the concepts? Or is the subject, in spite of all these, the subject is an untouched principle which is constantly, without a flicker, ever present. That is my true nature. So this leap, you made a good leap. You did your duties, you did your jobs at home, as a husband, as a father, as a mother, etc., etc. Then you are meditating, you are doing your yoga, you are doing your sadhana. Very good. You are interested in satsang. Very good. Bhagavad Gita says you must abhyasa na to kaunteya. You are doing your practices of regular meditation and whatever. Puja, sab theek hai. But now, to take the next leap, otherwise meditation becomes like a drug. You want to close your eyes and go in there all the time. No, it should not affect us whether eyes are closed or eyes are open. It should not affect us if we are if we are on the seat of meditation or we are walking around in the world. Mahatmas, they are standing, they are sleeping, they are eating, they are talking, they are walking, they are playing, they are moving around, but their abidance in the truth doesn't get contaminated by all those activities, because activities happen only at the material level. Let them go on. The Mahatma's attention is ever on the pristine self, the pristine spirit, the immaculate spirit. So bring this disposition upon yourself, abide in it. So meditation is good, but we must move to the next level. And for that, you cannot maintain the old data. You have to reset. The old data was, this world is full of issues, I want to meditate. I want my mind to merge into the self. And you are forcing it by thinking about it. And therefore meditation is happening. Samadhi happens. But if after meditation you open your eyes and the world is still there, that means the conclusion was missed. You missed the target. Because when the target is hit, there is total transformation. Once and for all, your vision goes through a total transformation. Inside, outside stop having meaning for you. Subject, object stop having meaning for you. Multiplicity stops having meaning for you. Why? Because when that clicks, when you hit the target, everything becomes one. Everything becomes one. In deep sleep, everything becomes one. Your body, your world, your relationships, your wealth, your house, your hunger, your thirst, whatever is there, all the multiplicity becomes zero in sleep. Here we are not talking about zero. Here it becomes everything. There it becomes nothing. Here it becomes everything. What becomes everything? There the nothingness becomes everything, but that nothingness is also known by someone. There also someone is present. You know, yesterday you slept. Last night you slept. So that fellow is other than the sleep. Sleep is only at the level of mind. Waking, dream and sleep are only expressions of the mind. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Purity, dynamism and inertia. Inertia is expressing as sleep. Dynamism is expressing as dream. And purity is expressing as the waking. But you are other than these three. When you hit that target, meaning you come to know and abide in the self as the self, then wherever you look, there you are. And it's not that you're at the self outside. No, your attention is on the self that you are. But you know that the entire universe, which was alien to you before, is inclusive for you now. It is inclusive in the definition of I. How is it inclusive? Just as at this moment, at a relative level, you feel you are pervading the body. You are in the finger, you are in the feet, you are in the knee, you are in the head, you are in the nose. Everywhere you are. There is no place you are not in this body. And this is a thought free experience for you. You don't have to think. Hitting the target means you are without a cause in and through the entire universe, entire creation. And that creation or universe is waking, dream, and deep sleep. What would be the feeling? What would be the disposition? Just as you have no desire to be the right hand or the left hand, or to be the nose or to be the stomach, same way there will be no desire for this entire universe. Let it be, let it function, let it move, go on its own journey. Nothing is other than me. Then whether the mind wants to sit in meditation, it's the mind which wants to sit in meditation, not the self. Because mind has created a concept that meditation is healthy, meditation is good. And it is, no doubt. Initially it is good, but you have to get out of that also. You have to have a continuous meditative poise, and that is possible only through remaining in yourself as yourself. Ask this question: who is wanting meditation? Who is disturbed after coming out of meditation? And in this way, help yourself. Help yourself to grow. Growth doesn't come by reading books. Growth doesn't come by studying scriptures. Growth doesn't come by attending satsangs. Growth comes, and does it mean that we should not do these three? No, we should. But be subjective. Allow it to click. And it will only click when you are empty. Then when you are not judging the words, when you are allowing the words to make an impact in the deepest recesses of your being, then transformation happens. So take the example which I took. The gold was before, the gold is after. In between also it is gold only, then why are you calling it ornament? Same way, you are always, you have never experienced your absence. Before birth also before waking up also you were. After sleeping also you are. After waking is over, still you are. So in between, how come I am the body? Continue to be the conscious principle. In this way, contemplate, help, and reprogram yourself. Initially reprogramming. Because these obstacles are not in the self. The obstacles are in our imagination, and that imagination is in the mind. Wrong conclusions with which we are living. And for that, removal of those wrong conclusions so that right conclusions happen is Vedanta, and that is our essential nature. With this thought, very gently, effortlessly bring your attention to yourself. And remain in the vibrant poise of the self. We don't have to think of the self. And if we are addicted to thinking, think, but recognize that even those thoughts are illuminated by someone, and that is my true nature, are known by someone, and that I really am.